Fantasy check-in now for the Indiana Pacers. Assistindo NBA Toda Hora, which I'm sure is pronounced incorrectly there from Brazil, asked the question, what is your view on Myles Turner for dynasty formats? I love the blocks and the occasional threes, but he's injured a lot and he is allergic to rebounds. It brings up a good discussion here on Myles, who has improved his rebound rate pretty decently this season. He'd been under 9 rebounds per 36 each of the last 3 seasons. He is up to over 9 this season, and over the last 2 months he's hitting 10.5. But recently, the last few games, that number has started to drop, and there is a pretty interesting correlation between the games that Victor Oladipo plays and Victor Oladipo doesn't play in regard to his rebound rate. Turner, in the games that Oladipo plays, has averaged 9.2 rebounds per 36 minutes. In the games that Oladipo has been out, Turner has averaged 10.5 rebounds per 36. So while it might not seem like much, it's an 11% difference in that rebounding number, and Oladipo is pretty aggressive on the boards, and that is impacting what Turner can do. Now, the shot blocking is out of control this season. It's so far above what he's done in his career. His first 3 years, 2.3, 2.4, 2.3 blocks per 36. This year, 3.6. It's part of the reason why I think it is probably a little bit unsustainable. Even though he's done it all season, he's also had 200 games plus of not being able to do it versus 40 games this season. So having that level of an increase in what you're doing in terms of block rate gives me a little bit of pause as to whether that can continue. He does hit threes occasionally. He doesn't take enough of them, in my opinion. Under 20% of his shots are from three-point range. The free throw percentage has dropped under 70% this season for God knows what reason. I don't know why we're at that level. He was 78 last year and 81 the year before that. And yeah, he does tend to get injured a little bit. Last season, he played just 65 games, 81 in his second season, and 60 in his rookie season. I think breaking his thumb in that season last year, having the elbow and concussion issues, which did limit him. And this season, he has missed a couple of games, not too many. One earlier in November, and then the last 2 games. And a third one coming up on Wednesday with that shoulder issue. So there is a concern there. I think we might be in a little bit of sell high territory here for Myles Turner. It is a bit of a concern. Just keeping that level of a block rate is not something that goes forward in players' careers. Block rates do tend to decrease as players get older, and this has been a weird spike. The rebounding is a little bit of a concern. I think that if you could get any sort of top 35-ish type young guy back in exchange, I would probably do it in Dynasty. So I think there are a few things here that are a little bit unsustainable for Myles Turner for Dynasty leagues.